You're sorting through a jar of old pennies, and you spot a 2000 penny with a D on it. You're about to toss it back, thinking it's worth exactly 1 cent. But what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth hundreds of dollars? Before you spend another memorial cent, watch this video. You might already own a hidden treasure. Today, we're diving deep into the 2000D Lincoln Memorial Cent. I'll show you what makes this coin special, what was happening in America when it was struck, the valuable errors to watch for, and what this coin can actually be worth today. And stick around. The high-grade red specimens and dramatic mint errors are where the real money hides. The 2000D Lincoln Cent was struck at the Denver Mint, and you'll find the small D mint mark right under the date on the obverse. The Lincoln Cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. President Theodore Roosevelt wanted new coin designs with more artistic merit, and he chose sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Lincoln became one of the most iconic designs in American history. The obverse features Lincoln facing right, with "In God We Trust" on top and "Liberty" to the left. The reverse of this coin features the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., designed by Frank Gasparo. This design was introduced in 1959 to replace the wheat ears reverse and ran continuously through 2008, making it one of the longest-running motifs in U.S. coinage. The memorial is shown in all its grandeur, capturing the architectural beauty of the monument that honors Lincoln's contributions to the nation. The coin is composed of 99.2% zinc with a thin copper plating, 0.8% copper. This copper-plated zinc composition was introduced in 1982 to reduce production costs. It weighs 2.5 grams, measures 19 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. The Denver Mint struck a staggering 8,774,220,000 of these pennies in 2000. That's over 8.7 billion coins, making it one of the highest mintage Lincoln cents ever produced. With that many coins out there, most are worth exactly 1 cent. But finding one in pristine condition with full red luster is a completely different story. Here's where things get really interesting. While circulated examples are worth face value, uncirculated specimens can command real premiums. An MS68 Red example is valued around $1.10 according to the gray sheet. In MS66, the value jumps to around $4.70. MS67 Red examples can fetch anywhere from $20 to $80 at auction, depending on eye appeal and market demand. And MS68 Red specimens? Those are where the real money is. They have sold for several $100s. The highest grade known is MS69 Red, with just a handful certified by PCGS. But the real treasures are the mint errors. The 2000D has seen some spectacular errors that have sold for serious money. One of the most dramatic is the double denomination error, a 2000 Lincoln cent struck on a Roosevelt dime planchet. This happened when a dime was accidentally fed into a Lincoln cent coining press, impressing the cent design onto the dime. These are incredibly rare and highly sought after. A 2000 Lincoln cent struck on a 25-cent planchet sold for $14,400 at auction. Even more extraordinary is the 2000 Lincoln cent overstruck on a Sacagawea dollar, one of the most dramatic modern U.S. mint errors. A similar example, certified MS66 by PCGS, realized $35,250 at auction. Off-center strikes are another valuable error to watch for. A 2000D Lincoln cent struck 20% off-center sold for $101. A double-struck example with the second strike 40% off-center sold for $552. Broad-struck errors, where the coin is struck without a collar, causing it to spread out, can also be valuable. A 2000D broad-struck Lincoln cent with a 29% misalignment of the obverse die has been documented. Die cracks, die clashes, and plating bubbles are also common on zinc cents from this era, though most don't add significant value. How do you identify a valuable example? First, check the color. Red pennies that have retained their original bright mint luster are the most valuable. The RD designation means a coin has at least 95% of its original coppery red luster intact. Second, check the condition. Look for sharp details on Lincoln's hair and the memorial columns. Third, look for mint errors, off-center strikes, double strikes, wrong planchet errors, and die cracks. And remember, with over 8.7 billion coins struck, only the finest examples and dramatic errors command serious premiums. If you think you found something valuable, here's how to sell it. First, get it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Graded coins sell for higher prices because buyers trust the condition assessment. Second, consider your selling options. For high-value error coins, specialized auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stacksbowers, or Great Collections are your best bet. They have professional services and access to serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. For lower-value coins, eBay can work, but you'll need to manage your own listing and pay seller fees. Local coin dealers offer quick cash, but may pay less than market value. And always get multiple opinions before selling anything you think is valuable. Hidden treasures are still out there, and every pocket, drawer, or coin jar could hold the next valuable discovery. Before you spend your change, take another look. You never know what you might find. If you enjoyed this treasure hunt, subscribe to Coins Heritage because every week we uncover more rare American coins, valuable mint errors, and forgotten collectibles that could be worth far more than their face value. Until next time, happy coin hunting!